Good morning, welcome back. Someone new here. Excellent. Glad to meet you. I'm Stuart. Welcome to the YouTube channel. This was my original YouTube channel where I used to do everything. Now I'm mostly using it for fishy related stuff, which is probably why you're here. Today we're talking about nets, and specifically a net I got from New Life Keysborough the other day when I was delivering some Madaka down to them. So here is the net, and what's the biggest difference about it, it's not the size, is the material. Almost all of you will be familiar with this style of net, which is the most common net that's available to us in Australia. It's a hexagonal woven net. This style is less common, and this is a knitted material. This is often sold as a fine net, the other is sold as a coarse. In almost every fish shop you go into, those are the only two choices. The problem with these nets is that they're slow. Even the fine mesh on what they call the coarse net, the holes are so small that it really reduces the ease at which the water can move through the net. And because that reduces how easily the water moves through the net, it's supposed to be the short version. Basically, they're slow. You can't move them through the water fast, which makes it difficult to catch your fish. When I was in New Life Keysborough the other day, I saw a big tub of nets that they use in their store, and I saw one of these, so I asked John, where do you get those nets? And he said, of course, oh, well, I sell them. And so I immediately said, I want some, give me 3. This is the net, and what's special about this net is the material. It's got a much larger hole size. It's also a bit softer than those aquarium nets. It's also a really good depth, it's not too deep. I find these larger sized aquarium nets a bit too deep, and it's easy sort of for the fish to get a little bit tangled in the net when you're trying to get them out. Much less so with a shallower net. Out of the box, they come with quite a short handle with this little plastic duvalaki on it. It's got a small hole in there so you can hang on a hook. But my hooks are 14 gauge bugle batten screws, so I've added a little bit of this baling twine, which is a very agricultural solution. What you can do is you can pull that little plastic duvalaki off, and you'll see, when you do, it's got this hole in it, and that's for the telescoping handle. Now when I'm working in a tub like this, it's very convenient to have this shorter handle. But with an IBC, obviously it helps to have a longer handle. Those shabunkins are coming up nice, mixed in with a whole steak of Madaka, which I'm going to have to throw all into the assorted tub because I don't know what their genetics are, because they've appeared here. Now obviously it's a relatively large net. For those of you who've only got 1 or 2 or half a dozen tanks, look, it might be too big for you. But the thing is, even if that is you, it's still an advantage of having a large net, because sometimes what you need to do is you need to clear out a tank, and using as large a net as possible makes it easier to get the fish in the net, and then you can handle them in a much less stressful way. Often what I do when I'm working with a tub, these are some yohiki that I've had sitting in this black tub overnight, so I'm going to be colour grading them later today as soon as the sun gets up a bit higher, is I'll get them in the net and they're corralled, and then it's much easier for me to then just gently get them into a bowl and I can start working on them. Another advantage of this style of net is because of the larger holes, it lets through more of the rubbish, so you end up with less of that coming with the fish when you transfer them into a different container. If you're local to New Life Keysborough, head over there and see John and the guys. You can check out my Madaka that I've got stocked there. There's also some Madaka from some other people. There was a tricolour there from that Glenn's produced. Really nice fish, really beautiful fish. So that's it for me. Now, wrap up all the normal standard YouTubey stuff about liking and sharing and commenting is all stuff that is so easy to do and gives it so much support, because it's all boosting the algorithm. But in terms of financially, there's the Patreon link there, which it's cool. That'd be great, awesome. But just head down to your local fish shop, ask them if they stock our fish. If they don't, see if they're willing to get them in. Now, if they're not, okay, I'm getting set up to be able to sell fish directly to people, but I really, really want to support the local fish shops. The local fish shop is crucial to our hobby, and if I don't support them, if you guys don't support them, they're going to struggle and they're going to disappear, and we're all going to be the worse off. And the best way to support them is get down there and buy stuff from them. Anyway, that's it for me. I'll catch you later.